Hey guys, I'm Captain Duck and this is the Dwarf Fortress Starter Pack. In this video I'm going to try and explain what settings I use for my Dwarf Fortress Starter Pack, so you have an idea what to set as well. There's some good tips to do here for every new player. So let's do that, but first let me tell you again where to get the DF Starter Pack, and the easiest place is to go to lazynewpack.com. Then you get this page and you can select your version. I'm going to work with the Windows version here, so what I set in here might not really apply to the Mac and Linux version. I have no idea of those. But yeah, so let's actually set that up, and let's have Dwarf Fortress in the background, so that looks a little bit nicer. So yeah, here is the tool that you get from the Lazy New Pack once you've extracted it at least, and you can start your Dwarf Fortress with this. I already did a couple of settings, but most of the settings here are standard, so you'll get the same screen as this usually. And well, let's go by some of the more important options to set for a new player, and the ones, well, basically I set. First off, in the starting screen, it's probably good to begin with the tutorial profiles. I've made my own Dwarf Fortress starting profile, embark profile even, and I'll be using that in the next couple of videos as well. And I've already sent it to Paradox's Errant, who makes this starter pack, to include it. So the only thing you need to do to see that tutorial profile is just to go here, click on tutorial profile, make sure it's blue, and then press load, and then you'll see it in the game. If you deselect it, then you'll see it's red, and the red things here, those are the ones which are actually selected. Same things with the vanilla DF text down here, which is maybe also another good tip to give. If you're playing the game on a laptop or any sort of computer which doesn't have a numeric keypad, you might want to switch to one of these other ones, classical LMP or Paradox's Errant.txt. These are way better for laptops, as they don't use the numpad, or have other buttons for that at least. Okay, anything else here on the starting page? Well, yeah, child cap. Children, your dwarf can have children in their fort, and it's nice to have kids running around, but they can't work, so they do nothing, and with the standard settings you get a lot. There's an absolute cap of like 100 children in a fort, and I think that's way too much, so I'm actually going to lower that to 25, or this is percentage, 1000% of your fort can be children. That's way too high. 5%, way better. So yeah, now you shouldn't end up with tons and tons of useless children in your fortress. There'll still be some around though. With these settings though, you probably won't have much dwarves being bored in your fort, but well, that's okay, if you ask me. Other settings here, yeah, for newbie players, it probably is good to turn aquifers to no. Aquifers are hard to deal with. They're the ground with water in them, and if you pierce that, the water comes flowing out. For newbies, if you're a starting player, just turn it to no. It's way easier. So I'll be using that as well. All the settings here are fine usually. If you have a very slow computer, you might think of setting the population cap lower. 200 is a bit much, but you don't want too low either. Don't go under 100, I'd say. Although, yeah, that still is problematic for some computers. So, yeah, maybe test around a little bit with that. And if you still having problems, even if you have low population, try turning some of these other settings off, like temperature and weather can really control your frame rate. Otherwise, things here are good. So let's move on to the next tab. This was the options tab. Here is the graphics tab. And yeah, here you can easily install a graphics set. Normally, by default, Phoebus is installed, and I'm thinking of going for Space Fox again. And I actually had a poll about this. I should show you that, the straw poll, which graphics sets I should use, and it looks like Phoebus actually won so far, but I know, Space Fox isn't so far behind, and I'm just going to overrule it. I'm making these videos anyway. I like Space Fox, so what we're going to do is install Space Fox. So you just select that, install Space Fox, press OK a couple of times. If you've already played the game, you maybe get another pop-up where you need to update your save game, just press OK, it'll be fine. These other settings, what I do like to change is liquid depth, so you can see how deep the water is. It will show water as numbers though, and it looks weird, so you might not like that. Otherwise, this page is perfect. You can toy around with this if you want, but I'm not going to do that for this. Let's go by the other tabs. Here there are some utilities where you can start programs. You got Dwarf Fortress running. Definitely check out the Dwarf Therapist, for example. It's not loaded at the moment, so you won't see anything, but that's a great way to change the labors of your dwarves. And I'll be covering the Dwarf Therapist later as well. Otherwise, yeah, these are programs, so and utilities. Not really much I can say about that. So we go to the Advanced tab. Here's something which I have changed. Sound starts at 255, which is max volume, which is probably fine for you. I put it at 75 for my videos here, so it's softly in the background. Also, intro movie is normally on yes. I've turned it to no because I've had problems lately with the intro movie messing up my resolution. And yeah, if you've seen the intro movie, I've seen it hundreds of times, so you can just turn it to no and the game starts a little bit faster. Otherwise, I haven't changed a thing here, and you really should. You should really, for example, change the FPS counter to yes, so you can see what your FPS is, how fast your fort is going, and that's important to know. I'm going to set my calculation FPS cap to 120, which is, well, PC Master Race sort of double. It makes your fort run a bit faster than normal, but not extremely fast. If your computer can keep that up though. Graphical FPS cap is fine, don't touch that. Autosave is something you should really change. Dwarf Fortress does crash every once in a while, and if you don't autosave, well, you might lose a lot of progress, so set it at least to seasonal. That is fine. The other settings are fine. Yeah, actually that's the whole tab, and that's about all I can say for this video as well. There's also DF hack stuff in here, but I don't ever touch that actually. Oh, here you could turn on Stone Sense Isometric View, which is a program to make Dwarf Fortress look a whole lot better, and do other things like partial mount control and other things. I've not touched these much before. Maybe I'll use them more in this series, but as so far I have no idea about these things. Okay, that's about it for all the setups in this. Let's see, there's some other things. Oh yeah, I need to do one thing for myself for the videos. If you go into the init settings, it's still saved. You can change the Windows X and the Windows I to a certain size. And this is how I'm recording it, and yeah, that doesn't really matter for you guys, for new players though. You probably want to play on full screen. I never do though, but that's fine. There's also some links here, like hey, a link to my tutorial vids, yay, and there's other stuff in there. Go explore it. It's a great program with a lot of options, and yeah, it's the best way to start Dwarf Fortress. Okay, so yeah, that's it about for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and now you know how to set up this DF starter pack. I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, here's a quick little note to show you my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/DFVIDTUTS. This is a site where you can give artists like me money, so we can get a little bit more stable income per month. Please think about supporting me here. It would mean a lot to me, and then I could focus more on making videos. Also, as an added bonus, you can get yourself dwarfed. There's a dwarfing list, and if you sign up for the Patreon for at least $1, you can get into that, and then you can actually walk around in my fortress. Well, at least your name will walk around in my fortress. So yeah, please think about supporting me on the Patreon.